What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is John and this is John Paul Investing. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about why Nano Dimension is likely one of the, if not the most, downside protected stock on the stock market among the growth stocks that you can invest in today. The thing that Nano Dimension has that these other companies don't have, they have over $1.5 billion in cash, they have multiple years of research and development, and they have a very accomplished team to accompany them. I did just watch the most recent interview with Yoav Stern and Dave Gentry at the Red Chip Money Report from Bloomberg. It was a pretty standard interview, as Yoav Stern has had multiple interviews with them, but this one did reveal a few details about what they want to do going from here into the future for the next few years. So without further ado, let's talk about what Nano Dimension has in store for its investors. Now, if you guys like watching videos like this, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. This way you get notified when I make videos just like this one, and it's a free way for you to show your support for the channel. Also, WeBull is offering up to 2 free stocks if you open an account with them, which they will give you 1 stock, and then if you deposit $100, they will give you another free stock. This is an affiliate link, so it does help the channel if you click that and open an account. So if you do, thank you very much. So if you like free money, guys, go ahead and check out that link in the description. Let's see what Nano Dimension has in store for its investors. First of all, Nano Dimension has the ability to cut costs when it comes to prototyping circuit boards or electronics for that matter. The reason being is because they can go straight from digital file into a 3D printed circuit board right there in front of your face, depending on the complexity of it, probably within, the next 24 hours. You don't have to send files across the globe to, be etched and plated and all that stuff, the traditional analog process for creating circuit boards. You can skip around pretty much all of that. If it's just going to be one prototype, you don't want to wait 3 weeks just to find out it doesn't work. Nano Dimension is the solution to this problem. They cut cost whether it is 1 prototype or 100 prototypes. It will cost the same all throughout. The second thing Nano Dimension likes to boast about is the ability for them to protect your intellectual property. If you have the ability to produce something in-house as a prototype, then there's no need to, reveal any possible ideas that aren't patented or anything like that. You don't have to share your ideas to, anyone outside the confines of your business. You have the idea, you just need the digital file and the Nano Dimension printer, the Dragonfly. At least what we have today. He also did speak very briefly about a production model printer, which he did not reveal any details for that matter. He just kind of, teased it. He brought it up. He said the production model in the future. I think that is all he said about it. In the future, if your prototype is successful, then hopefully Nano Dimension already has a production model printer that is out, which you can then implement that prototype and start, pumping out this successful prototype in mass quantity. So not only can you prototype, hopefully the prototypes will scale. Now, guys, for the biggest reason why Nano Dimension has a very protected downside right now is the cash on the balance sheet that they accumulated for the most part last year and some into this year. Nano Dimension accumulated over $1.5 billion in cash in exchange for some equity in their business. A lot of this equity was given to institutional investors, not retail investors like you and I. Now, regarding the importance of all of this cash is the fact that right now Nano Dimension has around 250 million shares outstanding, and with $1.5 billion on the balance sheet, this comes out to roughly around $6 per share in cash value. So if you own 1 share of Nano Dimension and it is $6, you are essentially just trading your $6 that you had in your brokerage account for their $6 on their balance sheet. But now you have ownership in Nano Dimension stock. So would you rather have your own $6 or would you rather have their $6 and then a business behind it? That is essentially the picture I'm trying to paint for you guys, is that whenever you're buying their stock, you're getting cash position, but you're also getting the business with it. But do keep in mind that this protected downside will continue to fall as they start to burn through the cash, because they're not expected to, make $20-30 million a year quite yet. If anything, they're going to be spending, double that on just research and development for the next few years, which we can expect. From the time that Nano Dimension was founded up until now, they have spent close to around $80 million in research and development, creating the Dragonfly printer. However, in this interview, Yoav Stern did mention that he was expecting to spend this same $50 to $80 million. They were going to be spending that annually for the next few years. So what we can look for in quarterly earnings from this point on is around $12 to $20 million in research and development to keep track with what he was saying. It's probably not going to be perfect, but we could at least expect more than $5 million in R&D per quarter, and I think that is absolute minimum. Now, the way Nano Dimension is going to become successful is how they are able to come to market. Right now, Nano Dimension is trying to establish a solid distribution channel for all of their printers, because they're not going to be selling direct to business. They're going to be selling these to other businesses, which then distribute these to businesses. So if you want to buy a Nano Dimension printer, you're not going to approach Nano Dimension. You're going to be approaching TTMI Technologies, I believe is one of them, and some other ones which I actually did not put together for this video, but I'll put logos or something around in the video for you guys to see. And this leads to the mergers and acquisitions of other companies. Whenever they start to merge and acquire other companies, they're also acquiring their distribution channels. Any existing customers that this acquired company has now is a distribution channel for Nano Dimension if they decide to acquire them. So how exactly does this protect Nano Dimension? Well, it gives them a bigger market to sell to. They have fewer points to sell their printers if they have very few distribution channels, but the more they find new distribution channels, you can think of these as new highways, new roads for Nano Dimension to put their printers on. They will end up in more places as they get more distribution channels. And by they, I mean their machines. Along with distribution channels, they will also be acquiring existing, more mature technology in these mergers and acquisitions. So this does expedite the innovation that their machines will have, is because if they acquire these companies that have technology they want, they don't have to do all the research and development to get that technology. They can simply buy out the technology and implement it with their existing technology, which right now is the Dragonfly LDM Pro. So how exactly is Nano Dimension going to make any money? Well, first of all, they're going to be selling the machines. They are now able to lease the machines as well. So they either get large ticket sales from actually selling the machines, or they get recurring revenue from the leases that they have for these machines. Another one is the annual service contracts that they have to service these machines. Yoav Stern did mention around 10 to 12%. I'm not sure if he meant of the purchase price for the printers per year. So in this case, for the Dragonfly LDM, I've seen around $400,000. 10 to 12% of that would be around $40,000 to $48,000 per year. A majority of Nano Dimension's customers already have annual service contracts with them. I think at least 60% of their customers have this contract. So along with selling and leasing machines, they are going to be selling the printing materials. This is the nanoconductive inks and the dielectric inks, which is everything that is basically not part of the circuit board. And essentially what Yoav Stern and other leadership in the company wants to do is to be able to snowball all of these aspects that I have mentioned in this video, and to really blow up these revenue streams in the future as time progresses and they acquire new distribution channels and technology. But if all else fails, each share of Nano Dimension is worth $6 in cash right now, assuming that shares outstanding doesn't change and that their cash doesn't drain too fast. But you are also getting the underlying business and the leadership team. The most recent one being Sean Patterson, who is an executive at Amazon. So just keep that in mind if you are on the fence about buying Nano Dimension stock. So I hope this does paint a picture for what Nano Dimension is trying to accomplish, and you can put those things together if you were still on the fence about investing in Nano Dimension. I'm not telling you to go buy their stock. I still think you should do your own research, but these are things that I have done my research on and am very confident when I do invest in Nano Dimension stock. Remember, I can only build up so much conviction for you. You just have to go see it for yourself. And for my viewers who have been around since the beginning, what are you guys doing with your Nano Dimension stock right now? Are you holding it? Are you selling some? Are you accumulating more? Are you selling calls, selling puts? Let me know in the comments what your strategy with Nano Dimension is. Mine is patiently wait. I think Nano Dimension has a very bright future. It's just the markets are, very sad and depressed right now. The 10-year treasury dipped below 1.3% today, and the market is still pretty, uncertain and murky. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell notification to get notified when I make videos just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.